Have you ever sat in a meeting, looked around and thought, wait, why is that person in charge? Or watched someone rise to fame, leadership, or success? Not because they were wise, but because they were bold. Not because they were capable, but because they were loud. You're not imagining it. And it's not just bad luck. There's a disturbing truth buried deep inside human nature. Fools, the overconfident, the oblivious, the unqualified, often rule the world. Today, we're going to uncover why. And once you see it, you'll never unsee it again. You'll recognize it everywhere, in corporate boardrooms, in politics, on social media, even in friend groups. It's a pattern that repeats across history and culture. The people who should be leading, the careful, the wise, the thoughtful, are often overlooked. Meanwhile, the reckless, the arrogant, the overconfident take the spotlight. And no, it's not just because people are stupid. There are deeper psychological and social forces at play, ones hardwired into all of us. By the end of this video, you'll understand why overconfidence beats competence, why we mistake boldness for leadership, how group dynamics create perfect storms for fools to thrive, and most importantly, what we can do to break free from these patterns. Let's start with one of the most famous psychological principles, the Dunning-Kruger Effect. Discovered in 1999 by psychologists David Dunning and Justin Kruger, this effect describes a cognitive bias where the less competent someone is, the more they overestimate their abilities. In simple terms, the less you know, the more you think you know. Meanwhile, those who are genuinely skilled, those who understand the complexity of the world, often doubt themselves. An employee with little experience insists they're ready to manage a department. Meanwhile, the experienced worker hesitates, worried they aren't fully prepared, because recognizing your limitations requires a certain level of knowledge, and fools simply lack it. Dunning and Kruger tested participants on grammar, logic, and humor, and found that the worst performers vastly overestimated their skills. Our systems themselves are designed to favor fools. In job interviews, the best self-promoter wins, not necessarily the best worker. In politics, slogans beat complex policies. On social media, outrage, charisma, and controversy win attention, not thoughtful nuance. In historical parallel, in ancient Rome, charismatic populists like Julius Caesar gained power through simple promises and emotional appeals, despite the deep, complex problems of the Republic. In modern parallel, social media influencers who shout simple, divisive ideas grow faster than those who ask hard, uncomfortable questions. In relatable analogy, it's like rewarding the student who yells the answer first, whether it's right or wrong. A reflective question to you: what systems in your life reward confidence over competence? Charisma is often confused with leadership, but they're not the same. Charisma triggers emotional responses: hope, trust, loyalty. It's almost hypnotic. Charismatic fool can rally armies, win elections, sell millions simply by tapping into our emotions. Research shows that charismatic speakers are rated as smarter and more trustworthy, even when their content is nonsense. Think of televangelists, cult leaders, celebrity CEOs, figures who rose on charisma, not competence. A confident speaker in the meeting gets everyone's nods, even if their idea is weak. Charisma bypasses critical thinking. A reflective question to you. How often are you swayed more by how something is said than by what is said? There's a darker evolutionary reason behind this too. In early human tribes, a confident, dominant leader could rally a group quickly in times of threat. Survival often depended on following someone immediately, not debating their qualifications. In other words, our brains are wired to prioritize certainty and dominance over careful, slow wisdom. But what helped us survive on the savannah now helps fools thrive in boardrooms and parliaments. Are there areas where your instincts for certainty might be outdated in today's world? What we can do about it. Awareness is the first step. Here's what we can do. Separate confidence from competence. Ask, is this person actually skilled or just loud? Prioritize questions over answers. Wise people ask better questions. Fools claim to have all the answers. Value thoughtfulness. Learn to admire hesitation, nuance, and complexity, not just bold declarations. Be conscious of systems. Where you can, advocate for structures that reward merit, not showmanship. Reflect on yourself. Stay humble. Stay curious. Beware of your own overconfidence. Fools don't rule by accident. They rule because of deeply human instincts, our love for certainty, our attraction to charisma, and systems that favor the loud over the wise. But now that you see the pattern, you're no longer blind to it. Next time you're faced with a decision, choosing a leader, following an influencer, hiring an employee, ask yourself, am I following true competence or just loud confidence? The world needs more thoughtful leaders, more quiet wisdom, more people who dare to question the obvious. And it starts with us. If you found today's journey insightful, subscribe to Thought Vine for more mind-expanding dives into human psychology. Comment below. Thank you for watching. Stay thoughtful, stay skeptical, and remember, noise isn't wisdom, charisma isn't competence, and fools only rule when we let them.